Welcome back, everyone. Today's project is refurbishing this fire hydrant end table. Mrs. from the Woods never thought it was the right red, and I would have to agree. And she didn't like the plexiglass top and the little wood bottom. So we're going to rectify those three things on this project. We're glad you could join us. Let's get started. Taking the top off and knock the bottom out. So as it stands, it's not too bad sturdy without the bottom, but it's a little bit front heavy because of the nozzles and this piece here. So it'll stand if nobody really knocks into it, and even then it would take a little bit of a bump to get it moving, but with grandkids you just never know. I couldn't find any pictures of what it looked like originally coming out of the foundry. But I think what I'm going to try is to paint the lettering black so that it stands out a little bit against the red. That might look nice. So when I built this, I had this piece of plexiglass handy, which was easy enough to work. When you torched the edges, it went pretty clear. I have to have the new piece of glass cut with the circle exactly that size because of those little ribs on the top of the fire hydrant. It has to fit around that. And these bolts aren't quite long enough to put a full or a thicker piece of glass in there, or else I don't have enough thread to tighten the top down. One of the issues I had when I was making it the first time was that this thread here wasn't long enough to accommodate putting this on top, so I had to rabbet a little groove on the inside of that circle. So I'm wondering if I take this out, if I put some penetrating oil and see if I can't get these out. It seems to be a bolt, and maybe replace it with something longer. Now we have to deal with the rocking of the fire hydrant, and it rocks quite a bit front to back, but side to side it doesn't rock very much at all. So I'm thinking that the bottom is uneven, so we'll have to grind a little bit away, see if we can't flatten that out a bit. After grinding, it's a bit better. I think I got most of it, but I think all of these little parts that are on the front really throw the center of gravity off, because it actually tips fairly easy. So I think I'm going to put a plate underneath it to take care of some of that tip over. My solution for the tip over is this metal plate, which I found in the metal scrap pile. And previously we had the bottom wood mounted to a block that I kind of hammered in place in the opening underneath. And I think I'll just make a new one and then attach this metal plate to the little cookie that we're going to hammer in there, and hopefully that takes care of the tipping problem. I used the old one as a template. Now we've got another cookie made for inside the hydrant, and I'm going to place this on the metal panel, and I think I'm going to offset it a little bit to the back so that the front of it will offset the weight at the front of the hydrant. Got some holes drilled in the plate with the holes countersunk to accept the number 8 screw. Now let's put that cookie in the bottom of the fire hydrant. I've got the plate fixed to the bottom of the hydrant now, and it'll take an awful lot of pressure to tip it over, which I'm happy with, but it still rocks ever so slightly. And I'm hoping that the felt pads that I put on to protect the floor will take up the slack. But now I think it's time to clean it up and slap some paint on it. The paint we're going to be using is just trim clad, and the color is fire red. And you can see that it is a little bit more fire engine red than what I had on there. And I'm beginning to agree with Mrs. From the Woods that the color was a little bit off. So this should spruce it up a little bit. That's coat number one. I think it is the correct red, better than the red before. We'll let this dry for a couple hours and put a second coat on. The paint has had about a week to cure, and one of the features that I think would look nice is to have this raised lettering in black. Now I don't know how quite to do it. I've got a foam brush, some black paint, and a really fine touch-up brush. And we're going to try it on this cap first, and if I don't like it, then I can just respray that red and carry on. I've got all the letters highlighted in black. I think it looks pretty good. I got two things working against me. One is my hands aren't quite as steady as they used to be. And second thing is these letters are not very crisp coming out of the casting, but that's okay. I'll have a bit of touch up with red, but overall I think it looks pretty nice. Well, I got a price for a piece of glass, and woohoo, man, that was expensive. And rightly so, if you have to have a hole in there and rounded corners, polished edges, so yeah, that adds up quick. So that's way out of my budget, and we're going to redo it out of plexiglass, which will be nice and clean. And yeah, so we're going to drill or cut a hole in the center of that, which is 8 3/8 diameter. So we're going from these little tabs to the outside of the little tabs, and that's 8 3/8. So the radius will be 4 3/16, and we'll put that right in the center. So that'll start our tabletop out of plexiglass. All the machining's done. I put a 2-inch radius on the corner. I have grandkids running around and don't want them to hit their head. And then I sanded the edges, starting with 180 and then 320, 600, and 800. Now I don't think you have to go that high. I just happen to have that sandpaper here. We're going to peel the paper off next, and then we're going to heat the edge to make it look like glass. Well, that was a job. I have to say, getting that protective coating off the plexiglass came off in tiny, tiny little pieces. Unbelievable. There must be an easier way, but I don't work with plexiglass that often, so for this project it's not a big thing. But now you can see where we're headed. We're going to torch the edges to make them clear, and then we have to bolt it all back together. I had to put new bolts in. The other ones weren't quite long enough. If you add the plexiglass in between the bell housing and the main fire hydrant, so I put new bolts in. We're gonna have to paint the nuts black, and we'll get that on next, and then we'll torch the edges to make it look a little bit more like glass. The edges have been torched. The trick is to get it hot enough to melt the edge but not burn it. And you can see that it clears it up really nice, makes it look like glass. You can see right through it. So a bit of touch up, black on the top of those bolts there. I got to touch up some of the letters, but overall I think this is done. Well, that's another project finished. Yeah, for years, Mrs. from the Woods has been saying that it was the wrong color when we had it in the house, and I had to agree with her, it was the wrong color. But now that it's the right color, I'm finding out she doesn't like the table at all. So I guess she was using that color thing as a cover-up. Now, I think it looks like a really cool table. Maybe let me know below in the comments whether you think it's a real cool table or whether it's a crazy idea to spend this kind of time on an old fire hydrant. But anyway, I think it's pretty neat. We'll have to find a different place for it. I don't think it's making it back into the house. But at any rate, we hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we'd love it if you would subscribe, like, and share, and join us again for another video coming soon. Thanks for watching.